China, we have a next query now coming in from Mohit from Ludhiana. He is also a regular viewer and asking us a question on JSW Cement. He holds 600 shares bought at 137 and currently sitting on a loss of almost 1.1 lakh rupees, but is okay to hold it for the next 5 years. Shaina, coming back to you, in terms of profitability, it does lag its peers. Your view on JSW Cement?
Yeah, in terms of profitability as well as valuations, it is a bit expensive compared to the smaller or mid-cap cement companies. But with the strong management at its helm, as well as the very strong growth plans that they're talking of over the next 5 years, since the investor wants to remain invested in the long term, he can look to remain invested. But if anybody wants to add or buy, then it is better to look at slightly lower levels to add, maybe closer to about, I would say 100 levels if you want to add, but otherwise you can continue to hold in my view for the 5 year holding period.
Got the view, and certainly I think there was an error on our screen. The loss is currently 12,000 rupees on this one since he bought it at 137, trades at 117 odd, and 600 shares. So 12,000 is the loss, and we've corrected that as well. But let's go across to our next caller now, calling in from Mysuru. Raju has a stock query for us. Raju, very good morning and welcome to Ask Profit. What's your query?
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Raju. Go ahead.
Sir, KPIT technology in 500 quantity, in average price 1,230, in profit loss in 35,000, in seller roads of this technical analysis, sir.
And Raju, do you have any other tech names or ER&D names in your portfolio, like KPIT Tech, any others?
No, only KPIT tech.
Okay, only KPI. And can you hold it for a little more time so I can get you a long-term view, or are you looking to exit at the next pullback?
3 months.
3 months. Kush, let me come to you on this one. The fundamentals not too good for the auto ER&D space. Any possible pullback on KPIT Tech? Raju has bought it at 1,230 rupees per share.
Yeah, so just so it happens, KPIT Tech is a sell call on our advisory and has been for this week. So that's, I think, a very clear indicator. As far as the rationale goes, you see when the stock fell off the 200-day moving average, last October 2024, hasn't really been able to cross above the 200-day moving average mark. There have been 4 attempts, 5, if you consider the couple of attempts that it made last month. But it's not been able to take that out. Selling pressure on the downside still visible. The only silver lining perhaps is that there is some medium-term support zone at the 1130 mark where the stock has rebounded a couple of times. But on the whole, if you ask me, the structure is weak. The selling does continue and it faces resistance at higher levels. So my suggestion would be to exit KPIT Tech at current levels.
Okay, so an exit is what we are seeing for KPIT Tech. Now that's the view coming from Kush. But the next query, if you're looking at, is from Manikant, who's writing to us from Vizag. He wants to understand the view on Morpen Labs. Currently, he's facing a loss of 55% on this. Wants to understand whether he should continue to hold or take an exit. Shahina, let me come to you on something like this. It's a rather small cap company that we are seeing, which is not done particularly well if you just take the stock price in account. But what's the fundamentals indicating for this?
See, Morocco, as you said, it's a small cap, and but I would suggest that it is not one of the best in my view to hold. But at the same time, at current levels, as well as given the fact that they are doing pretty well, if you look at their numbers, their profitability has really shown a big jump. So there is something happening in terms of performance improvement in profitability, EBITDA margins. So at current levels, I would suggest a hold, but you should keep a stop loss because it looks like it's in a bit of a downward movement as of now, but keep a stop loss close to about 35, but otherwise you should hold it for a medium term and review it after a couple of months.